Well, Ronnie, a day of walking has finished. Just how are you feeling, first of all? Because it's a bit of a trek, isn't it?
It is a trek, to be fair. Just on 25 miles from Barnsley to Bradford. I never realised it was that far, up and down, and I've got a couple of blisters that are really sore. But it's for a good cause. So a couple of weeks, my blisters will be nothing. It's just we've got to do something to try and get this awareness of prostate cancer out.
I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? The great work Jeff Stelling's doing, because things like this, they just help so much, don't they?
Well, it's unbelievable. When you look at he did 10 last year, 10 marathons in 10 days. He's doing 15 in 15. He's in there getting a rub on his leg now, and you're thinking, he's got to get up again, go 26 miles again tomorrow. I just don't know how he does it, because that is one of the hardest things I've ever done, and it is hard. But we had a good group of people, we mixed and had a good laugh, so that helps you get through it.
And in terms of football and the charity, I suppose it's that thing, isn't it? It's perfect for the exposure that it will get.
Yeah, I think so. And Jeff's done, how many years now has he been supporting it? He's done fantastic for it, and it's such a killer disease in men. Like Jeff was just saying there, we've walked now 9 hours and 9 men have died of the disease. So it's just trying to get that awareness out, that get yourself checked out if you get any sort of feelings of something might not be right.
And of course, we're not too far away now for pre-season beginning as well. And you look at one of your former teams, Rotherham United. What have you made of Rotherham? Because Paul One comes in. I mean, what do they need now in terms of a realistic chance to getting back to the Championship?
A bit of experience, but to be fair, Warney's done. To be fair to Warney, you can't judge him on last year. They weren't his players. They were a leftover from Stubbsy. So his time will come, and the pressure will come for him this season. But they've got to be finishing and looking to be at least in the playoffs, and top three is nothing less than top three with success, I think.
And in terms of talking about non-league teams, there are 3 in the National League that you've managed in Tranmere, Eastleigh, and then Hartlepool as well. I mean, what do you make of the National League? Because it's a tough league, isn't it?
National League is tough. I enjoyed myself at Eastleigh. Loved every minute of it. And it's a tough old league to get out. You look at Tranmere last year, 95 points they had last year, and still didn't get out. It took Lincoln 6 years to get out of there. So, and it's going to be tough on Hartlepool. It's a tough old league, that, and it doesn't help when there's only 1 automatic. I think that would help if they increased that a little bit to maybe 2 up and 1 in the playoffs. But the Football League are never going to do that, are they? I mean, when I was at Hartlepool and Tranmere, I never voted for that. So, but when you're not involved with it, you can see where the arguments come from. But we wish them all, the 3 of them, the best of luck, and hopefully they can get out this season.
And you talk about it getting tougher. The playoff place is now extended, so 2 more teams are involved in the playoffs. It just makes it that whole bit tougher, doesn't it? More games to play.
It does, and I don't know what they're thinking about with it, to be honest. We should just leave it as it is. Like I say, I think the only thing that should happen there is there should be that other place up for your automatic place to get 2 teams into the league. But it's a tough whole league, and I'm looking forward to the season, to be fair.
And I was going to say, for yourself, what are the options now? Would you, if a club came forward with the right plan, would it be something you'd be tempted with?
Yeah, without doubt. When you look at, I've got probably around 960, 950 odd games. I'd like to get to the 1,000. So 1 more good season somewhere and a nice cup run. Yeah, I want to come back. I'm still hungry. I still want to be involved. It's a fantastic career when you're involved in football. It's a lot better than staying at home cutting the grass, I can tell you that.
And if a non-league team like another national league came in, because you've got that experience, would it be something you'd consider?
Yeah, I don't see why not, as long as it's full time. If it's a full-time team and they've got a chance of coming out. But that National League now is so tough and so strong. And you look at the league below that, the northern section of that, with York in there now, and Salford going full-time. You've got Southport in there, Stockport. It's the non-league now is flourishing with some fantastic teams.